Welcome to the People's Guild.
Each week we explore the Splinterland universe with guests from all across the mythical land of Praetoria.
Join us on our journey as we discuss the evolution of the game, the strategy, the lore, and the exciting path that lies ahead.
To support the People's Guild, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts, and also check us out on Peakd, YouTube, and Twitter.
To send your questions, suggestions, and epic battles in our comments through Twitter or email at thepeoplesguildspl@gmail.com. We'll feature the best in our episodes and maybe airdrop you some prizes.
Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the People's Guild. Another week, another episode. Welcome back to 151, making a third return visit or I guess a second return visit for his third appearance on TPG, and in almost as many episodes. We got the return of Rick in full bearded glory. What's up, Keeegsy? Always good to hang out, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, always fun to have a chat with you guys. Yeah, keen to for what we're getting into today.
Awesome. Well, we were talking a little bit off air about, kind of where our respective heads are at in the game. And, my initial thought is this is what we've all slowly been waiting for, patiently been waiting for, in that for the most part, we all had three different answers about like what's going on, what's cooking, what's keeping us entertained at the moment. I want to prioritize where your head's at, Keeegs. I know you're super keen on the land cards and land game and that sort of stuff. So let's start there. Land card post came out a couple of days ago. We got, 4 cards.
Yeah.
And I asked you guys to hopefully set up kind of a land cards for dummies episode here. So I'll hand it over to you, Keeegsy. What's your thoughts on land cards and how you going about approaching these things?
Yeah, I guess land cards, I think they're an interesting one. They're going to be very interesting for the game. The print run, in my opinion, is super limited for this first one. I think the plan is, if it goes well, we'll get some more. But yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at how little allocation they're going to get. And so I guess we should go like allocation. How's that working? So between, I think it was like the 4th or 5th of November, for 30 days, there's a window, and somewhere in that time, the team is going to take a snapshot of how much base PP you have. And that basically, as a percentage of the total base PP, will be how much you get and that you can buy in the allocation phase, which is 3 days. So basically, it's a kind of fair way to allocate the land cards if you are actually participating in land, so that you don't know when it's coming. So they get you buy
sure.
Yeah.
So for those that are unaware, the base PP is. Actually, I'm looking at my land right now. I don't even know where do I find that metric.
Is
So
that
there's
free
tables
bonus?
down the bottom.
That's
Chart
like before, just cards, right? Just cards, PP, pre-bonus.
So this
Yeah.
does not take into account totems, titles, Rooney, blah blah blah.
So it's an extra bonus. So like all the bonuses kind of are based off your base PP. And so that's kind of the same thing here. So it's just adding extra bonuses that you can get. Which would be interesting because like a lot of them have quite low PP in general. Like the legendary, just for the rainbow, the regular foils. The legendary is 3,000 PP, epic is 2.5, rares are 2,200, and commons are 2,000, which I think is untamed PP essentially for the regular foils.
Jimmy probably knows better. I
focus
don't
on
remember the
gold
multipliers.
I think it is. And then they've
I
all
don't
got
remember.
like different abilities. So
I do have a chart there.
what do we got? We got a list down the bottom here. So the bountiful, so they're bountiful for grain, wood, stone, iron, and aura. And that basically gives you a production bonus if you've got if you're like farming that resource with a land worker on with that effect. And they like the amount that you get the bonus depends on like how leveled up it is. So like for example, the common one, one CC of it gives you 1% extra grain, whereas if you get to like a level 6 at 100 pp, 100 cc, that gives you 20% extra grain. Um, which yeah, I think is interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, it kind of gives you reasons to scale it up as well as like adding extra abilities as it goes as well.
Okay, so maybe I'm missing some connections here. So can you guys try and connect the dots for me? So you're looking at base PP as 100% pool of all of the currently active land whenever that snapshot is taken.
Mhm.
And if you've got 5% of base PP, you then receive 5% of these cards randomly. How does
So you
how are
get
you?
allocation. So basically, I'll tell you how many is available to begin with. So there's 100,000 commons available, 18,000 rares, 6,000 epics, and 1,000 legendaries. So if you've got 5%, you'll be able to purchase 5% of that 100,000 commons and 5% of the rares and 5% of the epics, 5% of the legendaries.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So there's actually only one person over 5%, and that's Vuctus at like 9.55 or something. And the next one following is like 2% or something.
Is that Jeff, Cryptomancer?
Jarvie at 3 almost actually. 2.8.
Wow.
Yeah. And like for to put that in
Vugtis,
perspective,
dude, shout out to Vugtis. Almost 10%, and then the next closest is sub 3%. That's insane, man. Jeez
such a big
Louise.
difference, right? But like Jarvie, he can get 7 max commons, 4 rares. Is that rain coming through now?
No?
No,
No,
okay.
not here.
Just loud on my end. Um, yeah, and he can what? He can get 2.5 legendaries.
This is
And
Vugtis?
now this is Jarvie. Vuctus,
Javi.
he can get like almost 24 commons, almost 15 rares, 12 epics, 8.5 legendaries.
Mm.
Whereas like you look at like I think Matt, he was at I think the 20th in the 20th highest, but he can't even get 2 commons. He's got a 1 and a bit rares, not quite enough for an epic, and about half for a legendary. Um,
Okay, so I mean, I really like the dynamic percentage
hmm,
allocation. I think that is fair. And I see that being called out here as a fair share, right? Like that was the intent. Are you looking at the individual cards and trying to identify where's the sweet spot for you specifically? Like obviously stone is not going to be as appropriate for everybody as it will be for others. I mean, are you how personalized? Like, are you? So let's go back to that 5% allocation. Are you gonna planning to purchase all of your 5% allocation and then use what you need, swap what you don't, or like what's your game plan there? Oh,
See, I'm looking at the thing right now. Yeah. Um, I it really depends on what's required to mint these cards. Like I was saying before, the cinder requirement is huge. Um, so we got to see. I mean, I have been buying some Chaos Legion cards for burning, and I do have a pretty big stash that I could probably dip into for burning. But it really depends, and how much I'm not. Do I have to stop making SPS for a few weeks to get stockpile some resources? I might have to.
is that what you're planning on doing, Jimmy?
I really depends on what is actually required to make these to get my allotment. Because I think Keegs was just looking at my thing on I don't know if it was Beaker Sight or Peak Monsters or something, but like I can't even get a full rare with my land. I got 2.5 tracks rolling. I can get like I think 111 rare cards if I do it. I think I
Yeah.
get a max con, half a legendary.
It was
So
a
honestly,
some Beaker's site. Yeah, I can
nice.
check. I'll chuck your numbers into my spreadsheet and I'll show you. I can show you like how much of each resource that you need. Um, yeah,
Oh, so
because
they have all of the actual data already with what you need, estimated costs. Yeah.
we can do estimated. Yeah. Um,
30,000 wood for a
so
Yeah,
rare.
so those prices there. So the rare, you
Jeez.
were calling out the rare there, Jimmy. So 30K wood for one BCX of this card and one.
Yeah. 1,875 cinder. They're shooting for
Holy moly,
250
man.
target value. Yeah, that's up there. Max copy, you need 215,000 cinder. Max copy, they're shooting for $287 worth of resources for
So
a
that's
rare.
3.5 million wood for a max rare.
Yeah, see, I'm not getting that.
And then how many there's 18,000 BCX?
I'd have to turn off all my SPS farms for a little while. Is that worth it? Maybe. I don't know.
I think the
Damn.
production bonuses are going to be pretty good. Like my plan, I'm definitely going to get my full allocation during the allocation phase, and then chase after some extras. Um,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at the aura requirements for epic and legendary. Yes, okay, so I'm probably not getting any epics and legendaries because I don't have a million aura sitting around. Oh, sorry, that's max copy. Okay, max copy. But still, a one copy of a legendary requires 50,000 aura and 40,000 iron. An epic 7,500 aura. So, I don't know. I've not been stockpiling aura to that degree. I actually switched aura to research for a few weeks, so that was probably a mistake.
I
Damn
recently
research.
I recently switched some research plots to aura plots because I was not going to be anywhere near where I
Yeah,
needed
I'm
to
not
be.
going to be close to that. So, yeah, play it by ear, see what can actually be made. Looks like yeah, I guess shoot. I guess if you have a couple plots, if you have a couple wood plots or a couple grain plots, you might be able to make a card or two. If you have an if you yeah, epics and legendaries, you need a pretty hefty land setup, it looks like.
If you give me a sec, Jimmy, I will chuck your numbers in and
And
let's.
you got access to share your screen there too, Keegs.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Um,
And while you're pulling that up, is there am I understanding correctly that there's some sort of bloodline synergy here too?
yeah, toil and kin. So that's basically if you have a another unit with that bloodline on that same plot, then the whole plot gets that bonus, which yeah, I think is pretty good. Like when I first read it, I kind of didn't think it was that great, but after thinking about it again and looking back at some of the numbers, it's pretty good. There's a lot of extra bonuses, right? Like I think, land is really about the bonuses you can add to it, not just your base PP. It's like all the totems and titles, and they're just giving us more of that.
Right. Yeah, that's not insignificant. Like
No, it's
starting
huge.
at 5% on the rares, going up to 30%. What's a an epic title, epic totem? 20%, 25%?
Epic is for I want to say 40% for an epic,
Epic totem is
100% for
50,
legendary. Yeah.
50% for epic.
No, it's 40. I'm pretty sure it's 40.
Title should be the same, right?
Nah, titles are
No, they're
different.
they're not. They're different.
Yeah, so the best
Totems
title
are
is 50%.
Okay, yeah, rare totem is 25%, epic totem is, or epic title is 25%.
yep.
Okay.
Totems are what? 10% common, 20% rare, 40% epic, I'm pretty sure, and then 100% legendary. for totems.
So I mean, man, there's a lot of kind of subtle value that's stacked into these land cards then, huh? I mean, when you're
Yeah.
looking at you're essentially buying the card, but you're also getting pretty much the equivalent of an Epic Totem Plus or Epic Title Plus.
If you can get there though,
Yeah,
like
it levels up. It's like a regular card. There's more available as you level up. So like a maxed rare. Toil and Kin, I think, is only on max cards, if I heard correctly. I don't know if that's right.
yeah, no, it's not.
Or Labor's Luck. Labor's
Labor's
Luck is
Luck,
only for max card. Yeah.
which I think that's the bit that's pretty wild. Um, just because like so few people are actually going to be able to qualify for that
Yeah.
because they're not going to be able to max a
Yeah.
card out.
Yep.
So I
Yeah,
think
that might be a little limiting, that one. Labor's Luck only being on max cards.
if
Might be
anything,
cool to
I'd
see
like to
it
see
spread
it,
out a little bit.
on the levels, scale up the chances
Oh
on the.
yeah, right. Like a level one card has a 0.00001% chance of pulling one of those, jackpot cards. But at least you got some chance of doing it,
Yeah. Well, because like
theoretically.
that's my
Right now,
biggest
it's
issue
only
now.
yeah.
I'm just like, do I try max a card or do I actually just not bother about them and just go for like smaller level cards? But it's really tough. I think I want max cards if I can because I want that effect.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna have to turn off SPS plots for a little while.
Yeah, well, I think I've got your numbers in here, Jimmy, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Yeah, what's it saying?
So you can at the moment you got 100%, 115% of the grain that you need. You've only got 53% of the wood you need, 173% of stone, and then 19% of iron and 16% of aura.
What's that mean? To do what? To
If you
get
want
my
to do extra allocation,
okay, just to get my allocation.
yeah, nothing
I don't know
extra.
how I have that much wood and shit. That's kind of crazy. Where is that?
Well,
Because I
some of
have
it's in
some
the pools.
oh, in the liquidity pools, right?
Yeah, so Beaker's site's amazing for this. This is like under the player overview. You can have a look through. Yeah, I got a big shout out to Beaker. He does some amazing work, and I've put in a couple of requests lately, and it doesn't take him long, and they're already in there. And like some of this stuff is so handy for those land cards, right? Like he's already got a little section that shows how much share you get, how many commons, rares, epics, and legendaries you could get as well. That's a
Was
pretty
it
decent.
this all under the player dashboard? How do you
Let's
navigate?
see.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
Where
for
is
those
it?
that
It's
don't
on
know, it's
dashboard.
land.spl-stats.com.
Yeah.
And then where do you go for your card thing?
So if you go like player overview,
Region overview or player efficiency?
the one below that, player overview.
I don't see a player overview. I got resource, region overview,
Are you on the
player
home?
efficiency. Yeah, I
Yeah,
hit the
okay.
little house.
The little lines on the side, hit that on the left-hand side. That's
Ah, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Player overview on the side there. Do. Okay, there we go.
We put in Jimmy. And yeah, so I just basically went through, I pulled your total, which is like you're available everywhere, like that's not in pools. Then however much you've got in pools.
Gotcha.
But that's like plugged into my spreadsheet. That's got like a little bit of extra information in it. Which I'll give you a link to share in the show notes, Beach Angles, if people want to jump in and make a copy of this and have a play,
Yeah,
they,
cool.
they can do that. Because yeah, like I was looking at Vaktis earlier. He's more than sorted. He's got over 400% of the grain he needs, close to 200% of the wood, 800% of the stone, 420 for iron, and 564 for aura. So if people aren't going to get the allocation, I wouldn't be surprised if Vaktis hoovers up some more of that.
Now I feel like a sucker for turning on research plots. God damn it. It's like,
Well, I
oh, let me
hope.
try to get a little research there. Nah, wah, wah.
I mean, hopefully that's rewarded in the long run, right?
The
Hope
research.
so. Cards are limited here. Yeah. Should have been just cranking out aura the whole time just to catch up to where I need. That's a lot of aura you need for some of these cards, and that's soulbound shit. So you can't like go buy aura,
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's why I
which is weird.
converted my big plots into aura. I just needed. I had like 20% of what I needed. Like, hopefully we can get there between now and then. I think we can just.
Yeah, I'll turn off my SPS until I have the resources stacked, and then I'll turn SPS back on, I guess.
Well, we've got like a month to do it basically, so it's just like go for
Yeah,
a month and
exactly.
then refigure out what it all looks like is my plan.
Yeah. Ooh, I turn off my SPS though. It's turning off SPS.
That's pretty rough.
That's how I put more cards on land. Every time I harvest, it takes some of that SPS, turn it to DEC, and stake more cards.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Figure
Only
it out
temporary,
here.
Jimmy. Only temporary. Going back to the print
Yeah.
run though. So we've got total max copies. There can be 250 max regular foil commons, 156 regular foil epics, rares, sorry, 130 epics, and 90 legendaries. So only like 627 max copies potentially available. Um, and then there's going to be 106 foil copies, which is like gold foil arcane, black foil arcane. So it's
Do
quite
those
a
get minted out of allocation acquisition?
nah, so that's like the bucket effect. You know, we're doing another bucket where basically that's what the laborer's luck is for. So like
Right.
over time, it's like a totem roll. And then if you hit one, then you'll
When,
get one out
when
of
you
this bucket.
harvest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, only when you harvest you get a roll.
But it's quite high. It's like six almost 17% um can be, max copies based off the regular copies. It's quite a few going out. So that's kind of why I want to hit that laborer's luck. I want a chance to be able to get some of these.
Hmm.
And some
So you
of them
need a
have quite
max
high
card.
PP. Like if you get some of like the black foils or the arcanes, their PP is really high. They're like solid cards to have on land in general. Yeah, like a black foil legendary is 25k PP. That's huge. That definitely
Yeah, it
just
is
takes
huge.
away from the low PP anyway. I don't have too many.
Right?
I don't have that many like kind of under 4,000 PP workers at the moment. It's mostly all higher. I kind of
How many
specialized and focused.
how many plots do you have?
150 or so, I think, between a couple of different accounts.
And nothing's under 4,000.
Oh, there's some,
Holy
but majority
shit.
is above for sure.
Holy shit. That's crazy. You realize that's crazy. That's
Not all
insanity.
of those are turned on. I would say there's maybe uh probably about 50 plots turned on.
Oh, you're talking PP per plot.
And PP per card.
Per card. Yeah, that's hardcore, man. That's nothing less than gold foil rares on there. See, I've got a ton of plots turned on that just have, maybe 200, cards on there. 200 PP cards. So 1,000 PP with just, low value cards, just to be having something trickling in on those plots instead of having them inactive. And
Yeah.
then you put the max cards on there as you can afford the DEC,
Well,
because
see,
that's the bottom.
DEC is one bottleneck, but I'm also power core constrained as well. So like actually some of these new cards I'm actually looking forward to because they've got I think it's energized effect, which counts as a power core. So that's going to let
Yeah.
me turn on more plots essentially without having to buy some more power cores.
Oh, yeah.
There's also the dark discount. Man, the calculations on this thing, it's spiderweb complexity, right? Like it
Yeah.
actually it forces a huge shuffle in terms of, like all of a sudden it opens up the power core stuff, which you can then transfer to another plot to get fired up. It opens up additional DEC, 99% dark discount. That's just massive. I mean, that
But
gives
like, is it
you,
worth it? That's what I want to figure out is like, where are the sweet spots on some of these cards? Like
yeah,
looking at the rare, for example, you'd be almost pretty happy at a level two. You've got your energize, so that's your free power core. You get the bountiful wood, you got the toiletkin, you get a dark discount.
you get
Like
5K
Mm.
DC back. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, would you rather spend, well, probably yeah, a little bit less because this has got a low DUC requirement. But would I
Would
I
you
would
rather
rather
have,
have that
yeah.
on like 10 plots instead of like one at like level 40 or 8 plots and then one at level 5, which only
Well,
gives
that's
40.
that's where the labor's luck is the
Well,
big
so
dice roll,
Max.
right?
is it max or bust, Because
Yeah,
I'd look at level 2 or level 8 is
Yeah.
almost what I'm looking at for the rare.
yeah.
Common less so, I'd almost look at level 5 and level 10. Um, the epics, level 1 or 2 or level 6. And then any of the legendaries is pretty good, I reckon, if you can farm those resources.
Damn. All right. I got to turn shit off, stockpile, and then turn shit back on, basically.
So
Yeah,
are
man.
you what? I know you've been pulling cards off of land to play them back in ranked and tournaments, Jimmy. Are you? I mean, is your initial thought to put everything back on land for the next month and really ramp up, reshuffle,
I don't
and see
think
how you
so.
go?
I got a new scholar who's doing some good tournaments. I started playing like silver tournaments, like wild and stuff. And it's like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah, I haven't played in a while, doing pretty good, and that's SPS coming in. I actually bought some level, silver level beta cards because they were super cheap because I do silver level brawls and I figure for lower tournaments, good to have them. But when I was pulling off land, I would buy cheap substitutes. So, for example, if I pulled off a max Play-Doh beta legendary summoner, and I'd be like, oh, I don't have to buy another Play-Doh. What's the cheapest fire legendary that I can get to put it on there? And you're like, oh, there's what is it? The Efreet, Zoran the Efreet guy. What the hell's his name? Zorlan, or goddamn it,
Oh,
Zoran. What's his name? Zorlan. Yeah, wow, what a great audience. It's Zor Zor Efreet.
sorry, Jimmy. Let your Zalron Efreet. Is that what you're talking about?
Zalran, that's it. Zalran or Zarlan.
Got you. All right.
Yeah. I had the brain fart. Wow, what a great
Uh,
audience.
oh man. Well, the
So yeah, you
shuffle
can
up,
get those,
the
but
shuffle up is awesome though, right? Like that's. I mean,
and
maybe I would
I
feel
mean,
more passionate about this if I were further invested in land, but I don't know. As kind of an outside observer, I feel like this has got to be a huge win, right?
I think it's like it can be a
oh
good
yeah.
upgrade for a lot of people. I think we're going to see more plots get activated. I don't know if we'll see necessarily like much more DEC stakes, but definitely there's some more plots come live for sure. But it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, I guess inflation. I'd be more keen on this if there was more available. If I knew I could get like a couple of max of each, I'd be way more excited about it than knowing that I can't even get a max of any, and then I've got to hope that some people don't pick up their allocation to try and get a max copy of something.
Yeah. I see how there's access at lower levels on some things. That aura definitely limits a lot of people on the really, the epic and legendary, and it's resource specific. So if
Mm.
you have stone plots and you don't have an aura, say you have 10 stone plots but no aura lab, you can't, get a stone card.
Well,
You'd be building
and
a
to get
wood
the
card or something. Um,
bountiful stone ability as well, you need 32 CC of the epic as well, which is it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid. Like I like there is a little bit of low level accessibility on the grain and the wood, but I'm kind of afraid that this consolidates a lot of more shit into the top few hands
Hmm.
when you start looking long term and who can actually just get these. It's
Well,
only going to be the huge players,
especially with
and then
the foil cards as well, only going to be going out to people that can max them as well, which is going to be so.
exactly. I would love to see the foil cards have. Man, I wish one BCX, even if it's a 1 in a million chance, man. I think every card should have at least some chance of toil and kin. And then maybe max you get double. Maybe max
Labor's
double.
Labor's luck. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
labor's luck on some guy digging in a jungle with some common card in a jungle. Why can't he find the goods?
Yeah.
There should be a small chance he could find the goods. He trips on the tip of that buried UFO and starts digging.
Yeah, they have their big winner. Well, that's kind of like what we've saw with these new draws as well for ranked, right? Is some people are getting them for so few entries, or even like the is it the auctions? There's
Yeah.
been
The draws. Like, yeah,
or
you have
draws,
some
yeah,
people.
fortune draws.
Yeah, that's a great dynamic because you just need one to win, man.
Hmm.
And we're
And that'll
seeing
just
it.
encourage more people. It's like, oh, just dabble a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if it's too late to I don't know, the whole thing, but just having max cards get the toil and kin really kind of turns it into a whale thing only.
Labor's luck
Because then
has
they
been.
get the gold foil, then they get the black foil, and it's just like an exponential increase in their resource domination.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love to see little guys have just a shot. Again, not the same shot. It should definitely be proportionate, but I'd love to see a single card have a small 0.000 whatever percent chance of winning, but something.
Well, you could even do it like CC based, so for a common, like one could be, 1/400th of a chance, and like all the way up to 400 of it, gets the full chance, and maybe that max level bonus that the CP gets normally anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, so many
totally. Yeah,
different
with
ways.
that extra 5% at the top or something for the max card, like the burn thing.
Yeah,
Oh, you
well,
got
'cause,
a
like,
max, you get extra 5%. Bam.
yeah, definitely worth burning the maxes if you can. But yeah, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. And like there is still a month till it comes out, right? And I assume that everything they put out has that standard disclaimer, like until it's out, it's subject to change.
Yeah, I hope so. I think so. It would be nice to be able to talk them into that. Just giving everyone a shot.
Yeah.
Again, not crazy. You don't want it raining these cards, but you definitely want more than just two or three players to be able to access them. And because of the gating and the limits and the way it's distributed, only a few players will be able to max these cards if everyone gets their allotment.
Yeah, I don't know how
So
much are going to be available after the allotment. I think there'll be some
probably
people
none.
just not paying attention, but I can imagine there's not going to be
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have an ETA on? So snapshot is meant to take place. Can you run us through that once more, Keeks?
Yeah,
The
I'm just seeing
snapshot
if I can
window, and
find the
then
exact days details. Uh, yeah, so between the 4th of November and the official launch. So whenever the official launch is, I have a feeling it
which
was
is
meant to be
still
like over
TBD.
about yeah. Oh, we believe that we could launch in early December. So consider this ample notice. So
So
yeah,
a
maybe
month
about a
from now.
30-day window. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. All
And
right,
then
I got to
then,
turn
then
it.
there's a 3-day period to pick up your allocation, and then whatever's left is
Oh,
fair
you only
game.
have 3 days to get your allocation. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. It was going to be less, but we
Whoa. That would have been crazy. If it was less, I'd be like, come on, man, give us a shot here. Some of us work for God's sake.
exactly, right? Like, and it
Like,
might be like, sure,
holy
you got
shit.
24 hours, but like that 24 hours, I might have a lot of stuff on.
Right. Yeah. Or a freaking storm coming through. Jangles is all flooding, no power. Can't get his damn cards.
I'm actually pretty thankful I'm on the solar at the moment. The all in Northland has been without power a couple times recently, and I had no idea until I saw it on Facebook.
Off
Man, I
the
haven't been
grid,
on Facebook.
man. That a boy.
Yeah,
OTG. Down with OTG. Yeah,
Yeah, you know
Keegs. We're
me.
down with
Yeah.
OTG. Yeah, Keegs. Yeah, boy. That's what rappers do, right? Yeah, boy.
I think so.
I don't know what rappers do. Something like that.
It's just like that. Nailed it.
Just like that.
So what do you guys reckon, something that we have not talked about, and I do want to talk about the bloodline stuff a little bit more. I think that's a cool dynamic, but before we get there, what are some have you crunched some numbers, Keegs, on expected because this is meant to address the Chaos Legion mass of cards, right? I mean, wild cards in general, but Chaos Legion is the primary culprit
Yeah.
of oversupply in the market. So, do we have a decent idea of what to expect in terms of how many cards are going to be leaving circulation?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick math.
At
Uh,
least 50. At least
at
50.
least 50. I'm gonna
At
do
least
50.
50.
At least 50.
Um, what did we say? It was 2-1, right? And to five, so we'll do like 5. Maybe like
Oh,
30,000 max cards.
30,000 max cards.
Just like kind of taking an average of what like a common Chaos Legion card would be compared to a legendary uh Chaos Legion card. Yeah, I reckon, yeah, somewhere between like 25 to maybe 35,000 full max CC. I assume most people are going to try burn max cards because they're extra bonus. Like I'd even like buy to combine to a max kind of thing.
yeah, combine them and then burn them. You'll definitely get that extra 5%.
Yeah.
Not really
Absolutely.
seeing, I would expect the full of Chaos Legion to start moving up, but
They
packs are
did, man.
still. Did they?
Well, not PAX cards. I've been watching for the past week pretty closely, and the floor got swept on. I did the math, made a little spreadsheet. Contrary to what Cryptomancer posted, the sweet spot is not gold foils. If you look at how much they actually cost, regular foils are definitely more cost efficient for Cinder, and the floor got swept a couple of times with the commons and rares that were the best, um, cheapest Cinder basically per card. And
Even
the rares got swept hard, and they have not come back down, man. The rares were at 0.015 a card. There was a ton of them at that price, not a ton, but several hundred. I think I spent like $100 on just those rares, and I was going to get more the next day, but someone else figured it out and swept the floor. They're now 2 cents average on the rares. It's hard to see something below that. And the 0.005 cent commons were like kind of a sweet spot too.
even on
And
the Chaos Legion legendaries, there's very few BCX on a lot of these now. But like I was seeing some as low as like 350 a couple weeks ago, and now they're sitting at like $6 plus if you can max one. Like even
that's
like Jin
crazy.
Bilka,
There,
there's only 4 CC on the market.
of which one?
Jin Bilka, the Earth
Oh
reward,
yeah, yeah, the Earth guy.
only 4 of them available. So
Where the
somebody
hell's my
swept those out.
the
But like even
legend?
like
Where do
the
I have the legend
spawns,
there?
they're like
Man,
$8.
the sweet spot for the legendary regular foil Chaos Legion card was 40 cents a BCX. That was the same as 0.004 cents for a common. So if you're paying more than 40 cents a BCX for the legendaries, you're paying more for Cinder.
Mm.
So what are they up to, you said? The floor on those guys? Let's take a
Like
look.
650 for legendaries. Well, I don't know what
What's one card? I have it down per BCX. Let's see here.
yeah.
I don't have it for maxed. Legendary 50 cents. All right, so that's not too high up.
Jesus.
That's
Even
not
the
too
common
much.
like Pelacor bandits and stuff, they're like 250
Oh
now.
yeah. Yep, people are buying them because
Yep.
they're
We've already
going
seen some impact, that's for sure. I'm glad I kind
up.
of maxed out a few decks recently before this happened.
Where's 0.05? That's still a good price on the legendaries, actually. The 50 cents, you're still getting you're getting decent price Cinder on the legendary for sure at 50 cents a BCX.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still a good deal. What are
Well,
the
I
epics
mean, they're
there?
actually 50 cents. 55
Take
cents. Yeah, I don't think I think it's like 55 plus though at the moment. I think a
yeah, on
lot
the
of
app.
the prices are
Let's go
actually
to 50.
not 50 cents.
All right, let's see what the 55 does. Jacks it up to, yeah, a little more Cinder. puts it where rare's better. Once it hits 55 cents, the rare is a little better. Let me see what epics are here. Do do do.
I'm
Yeah,
not that
epic.
far.
Epic 4.9.10. So nine, let's say 95 cents for an average epic right now. And that puts us at regular foil epic at 0.95 cents. That's not bad either. Okay.
I wonder if it makes sense
That's
to be buying
not bad.
packs. They're at 37 cents each.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
Oh,
looking at.
probably.
not many of them. It jumped up
Probably.
to like 50 cents pretty quick. Yeah,
Yeah, it was probably a good idea to open packs at 30 cents. If you're doing a couple hundred at a time,
try
you're
play
going to
that
get
game.
some good stuff. Yeah. And then actually
I mean,
sell your gold
you could
foil.
get about 500 packs below 50 cents before that price jumps up.
It's been interesting to me like how the markets move. Like DC has the price has dropped, but not a lot of the assets have followed. Like the USD value of the assets is still the same, which has been really interesting. Usually like when DEC drops, like a lot of the value on the cards drops as well, but hasn't seemed to be doing that much this time.
Well, because we're getting to the utility for the cards is coming back.
Well, and lands just set that floor really, right? So many cards, like the older cards now, they just get sold at least a minimum rate because they're good on land.
Yeah, exactly. That's set a floor for sure. Oh, what you were saying before, Jangles, you were asking about me pulling like beta cards off land. So for example, if I pull a maxed beta legendary off of, let's say, a rare plot, I could put two gold foil rares on there, Chaos Legion rares, and get more PP than that one regular foil max legendary. So I have been substitute, even though yeah, it's two slots versus one. If you got a lot of plots and it's not a legendary plot you're talking about, it's worth it to play with the cards and then replace them with some land cards.
Hmm.
So 70, because max beta legendary is 7,500 base PP. Then you throw two rare gold foil maxed rares on there, and that's 8,000. Yeah, two slots, an extra 10,000 DEC, but you
Now's
get
a
to
good
subs.
time to be putting DC on land. I'm basically kind of seeing it as like a savings account. It's just chuck extra workers on, extra DC,
Yep,
and then when it's closer to peg, I'll
totally.
use that DC for other stuff.
I don't know. It's hard pulling off land.
Yeah.
Jangles did it to buy that. What'd you buy the other day? You bought like a freaking exploding dwarf or something? You stole Blaze's exploding dwarf, didn't you? You took that off the market.
Snagged me a kitty, baby.
Bam!
Yeah, I
I
went
just I
big.
showed you that link. I beat a kitty in my brawl the other day. Crushed it. Kicked his ass actually. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've continued to buy. I mean, I love the ranked play. I've been getting a lot of tournament play in, and revisiting some of these wild cards is
Dude,
a whole
Wild's
lot of
amazing.
fun. Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun, man. My Untamed collection is
Oh,
slowly getting back to its glory days. I've passed, there are cards that I've been able to buy now that I never in my wildest dreams could afford previously, like the kitty. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, cards like Serpentine Spy and Magnor and Scale Doctor, Dragon Jumper,
I
Torzen
recently got
Chief,
Cron. I've enjoyed having that Cron for sure.
Kron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in my day, Crown was $2.40 a BCX. Get off my lawn. We're getting close to that again. I think he's only like $4 a pop now,
It's like
right?
$4. Yeah, I was looking earlier.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
these are literally like when I was buying alphas and betas on the J69 sale. That's what this is like. You're seeing stuff down again at this price where you're like, man, if things turn out or keep going in the way they are moving, and we start kicking more ass and getting more modes and getting more players, these people are going to be freaking out that these prices even existed or kicking themselves in the nuts repeatedly like that meme, for not
Hmm.
having bought more cards, wild cards. Because there's going to be more modes coming, man. They were
Mhm.
talking about that. I don't know if it was in the Team Possible one or if it was the actual town hall about more modes coming. Like there's a focus to get more modes to get more actual utility value and game value out of older cards.
Yeah.
And that's the key. We do that and we're set, because then if you know that your old, modern edition isn't just going to turn to nothing in a year, you're going to have a lot more people participating.
Yeah, I've definitely been slowly building and building out my wild set, and yeah, I think it's definitely a buyer's market at the moment. There's so much out there. If you want it, there's yeah, people getting rid of it somewhat cheaper than what I think they should be.
It's been so much fun playing with the beta legendary summoners again, too. I had those parked on land for a while. And once I pulled them off, I was like, oh yeah, these cards are freaking amazing. At 5 mana.
There's
Yeah.
still a Max Renin for under $100. I almost pulled the
What?
trigger on that
Under a
today.
hundred? Get
Yeah.
it now. It's going to be gone by tomorrow. Once you put this thing live, that's going to be gone, Jimmy.
There's
Damn.
there's
I might
one for
just buy it.
95, there's one for 110. Yeah,
Holy
and
crap.
that's what
Dude.
I did go buy the Max Mythica Headhunter. Uh yeah, Earth has some big boy range cards.
Oh, yeah. And with Renyan, it's a thing.
I mean,
Dude, get that
talking about
Renyan.
the yeah, I might.
Do it. Do it. When you're
95 bucks,
buying,
it's a good deal. It's a good
it's a
deal.
great deal. I bought a damn PJ the other day. You can get a Renyan.
Yeah, I bought a kitty.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Which means you can get a Renyan.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, talking about these game modes, we've already got one confirmed. It's, the survival rework brackets. I think that changes everything. We've talked a lot about it, but also, we were talking a little bit off air about fortune draws and how are we pacing towards, our weekly draws. I think my average on my main account is, obviously small sample size. I don't know if how sustainable it is, but uh getting close to that thousand fortune draw per week mark. Um and you're able to double the only reason I'm achieving those numbers is because I'm competing in wild and modern. So I think, as those draws continue, I think we're going to continue to see folks kind of reinvestigate what does it look like to play in wild, whether it's botted or manual. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but
You've got to
it
be
does.
using
It
it,
does.
right?
Say what?
You've got to be using energy for that because that's 30 wins. That's more than the 25 or 24 energy we get a day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You're
I'm
looking at
buying
Six.
energy every single day. Yes.
I think if you're an active player and you're playing in modern, you'll be silly not to at least run a bot and have some energy going in wild.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
I want to start playing some modern again just for the extra chances.
Let's see. Do.
And things are good. I mean, the reward card revamp was just the first piece, right? Like we're getting jackpot cards, which they are good, uh, and they are meaningful. Um,
So that's going like in the jackpot chest, right? So that's like if you pull from the loot chest, you get a chance at them.
dude, I have managed to pull, I think, more jackpots in the last month than I have in the last couple of years. I hope I haven't completely blown my load on RNG getting these jackpot packs when it's
Rick,
Rift. I mean, it's cool. I'm always hoping for like a gold foil inevitable or something like that, but yeah, I have a
Do they
major
have
problem.
cards
I,
like
I
that in the chest? Is that all part of the jackpot action? Like you can
uh,
get a gold foil inevitable?
it's
oh,
the
you get
rose
Rift
packs.
packs.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
those will soon be replaced by single BCX or um arcanes or black foils of these jackpot cards. So it's
Yep.
like the Yaba card in the CA core set.
I honestly
God.
haven't even really looked at the new chests yet. I was away when the change happened, and so this season I've got to start figuring out how I'm going to be spending my glint. With all these changes to the cost of energy and even the loot chests, they've gone up heaps. So
They got up a lot, man. Holy shit. Like I still did a whole my allotment of ultimate chests, and it was the whole wah wah. And I'm like, man, unless you really get those lucky jackpots, I still don't think it's worth it to do the ultimate chests. It's
I
just
don't
you're
think I'll be able to
dumping
afford
glint.
them.
Yeah, you're just dumping all this glint on like 8 potions or some energy. I'm like, come on.
I don't mind energy. Energy's not so bad.
Energy's okay, but not like 2 energy or
Yeah.
3. It's like, oh, you got 15 energy because it's an ultimate chest. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. See what?
Well,
So it's
again,
100.
it forces the choice, right? Like
Yeah. You want to roll,
if
it's rolling the dice.
you're rolling yeah, I love the element of chance and getting gold foils. Again, we were talking about it off air. Folks are definitely taking advantage of gold foil cards being tradable. The market, I don't want to say it's flooded, but folks are continuing to list them at, in my mind, what is a reasonable price considering the overall print run of these things. It's limited. We just saw the
Yeah.
team cut the distribution rate or percentage chance rate in half for commons
For
and
gold
rares.
foil.
And
Yeah.
that's just because those were getting smashed, right? Is because people were buying so
Yeah.
many, so that like they just used too much of the print run too quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they were going to
So
vanish quick. And that was a quick reaction too, thank God. It wasn't like 3 months later, oh shit, we're almost out. It was like they saw it happening and fixed it.
I do love how more proactive the team have been for a lot of these things lately. And I think they're planning that in, it's like we will try our best, but if we see early that it's not gonna like going as we expect, we will adjust.
That's the grease in the machine, baby.
yeah, agreed. It's such a good change.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, it's expensive. Like 150,000 glint for the minor chest and what 375? Like that's basically most of my glint each season on just a batch of the minor and major chests.
I've almost completely foregone card draws at this point.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy a single card draw until things pan out a little bit differently.
That's what I've done for the last few sets, is just don't even touch the card draws. Maybe towards the end I'll get like the epics and legendaries, but I got all the commons and rares I need from doing the loot chest.
Have you guys taken a good look at the reward cards? Do you guys have some early favorites?
Well, I love that all the water cards have camo. Let's see. Where is that?
What a what a
Voodoo.
what a
Don't they?
wise
Right?
name.
They all blend into the background. You can't even see them. They should have camo if they don't. God damn it. Let's see.
Yeah. Because I've been away,
Wait,
I barely looked at them or touched them, and I haven't really opened many yet. So I'm expecting once I start opening my loot chest for this season, I'll start seeing a few more and getting some I can actually level up.
Yeah, Glint has
yeah, there's
become
some good
it's hard to come by, man.
Mm.
glint.
Hmm.
Yeah, like, I think I'm getting maybe like 600K glint on like most of my accounts. It's not it doesn't go that far if you're spending it each week, each season.
No, man. I
Yeah.
mean, Jimmy, you're still top five, dude. Top four. Well, 31 and a half
With glint.
million. Yeah.
Damn.
Do we know how much
Damn.
glint has been burnt? I wonder how much has been burnt since the set's dropped. I bet it's probably a big amount.
Yeah, I would love to see that dashboard integrated
Yeah.
into the shop.
It's kind of like flat line and then like big spike up, slow back down.
Well, and I
That
want
would
to
be
see how the
cool.
market is spending their glint too. Like
Mm.
Are you spending on legendary draws? Are
Right.
you rolling the dice on the ultimate chess? Especially
I
when
was doing
it's
draws, man. I like doing draws, card draws, because that's how you get the gold foils,
yeah.
or at least a little more chance of a gold foil. I don't know though, because again, I saw there were a bunch of people kind of a little bummed about the increase in potions required for draws if there are different rarities, which kind of makes sense, but it's also kind of like it's a tough I see both sides to it,
Mm.
I mean,
but it gets up there,
potions,
man.
it adds up quickly. Like all of it. I mean, ultimately,
Yeah.
it's a win though, right? Like we've had this glut of resources, whether it's glint or potions or CL cards or whatever, and all of a sudden we're feeling the clamps tighten. That's
Mm.
what we've all been actually asking, begging for years. And now that it's
Make those
here,
tough choices.
yeah, man, I think it's all good. And you're not suffering alone. Like with the very rare exception of somebody like Vugtis, who I think oof, objectively as possible, he probably deserves a lot of what he's got. Like that guy is, when you're looking at total base PP out on lands allocations, and this guy is occupying 10% of that. If you start to extrapolate out the kind of finances that have been pumped in to
Mm.
support that, it's just insane. And that's, I think we need
Yeah.
another. It's not whale. Vuctus is not a whale. Like we have whales, and then there's Vuctus.
He's our ocean, yeah.
Yeah, he's the freaking megalodon from
There
space
you
or
go.
something. But I mean, this is literally what we've been begging for and waiting for years, and now it's here. Like you've got to make the choices on vouchers. You got to make the choices on potions. You're looking at your Glent expenditures, and do I buy
Well, you want to
energy?
feel
Do
like
I
it's
gamble on
fairly done
chess?
too. You
Yeah,
also want to feel
well,
like it's fairly done. So you don't want to be like off, because I saw there was a chat in tavern the other day where a bunch of people are just like, I'm just not going to use potions on these draws because you spend this much, you see how much it's actually worth if you're to buy those potions, and you get zero gold foil, and you're like, yeah, not worth the juice, ain't worth the squeeze. So you want to feel like you're happy to be like, oh, nice, I want to burn potions. And then you end up burning more potions if you encourage people, incentivize people to do it.
I agree, but
Instead of
I
say, I don't want to.
in
I
order
hadn't
to
even really
land.
thought about it.
I mean, in order to get the pendulum in the right spot, we've got to swing it, right?
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah, which we are doing.
yes,
Definitely
and this
doing
this
that.
goes back to what you guys just called out in that culture of quick change. It is upon us. Like no longer are we watching things, calling things out. It's going by for 18 months, and then it's like, oh well, I fucking told you
What happened?
so. Yeah. Uh Now it's you raise the red flag, drop some messages in Dave's DM or whoever, and this stuff immediately makes it to the table of discussion within the team, and we see action. Like the feedback loop is so tight now, and getting
Yeah.
I would much prefer the current versus the prior,
Oh hell
and
yeah. Hell yeah.
seeing the change be swift and reactionary. Like that's what we want. We have you know we're in such a better position than we have been at any point in the past, and I'm here for
That's
it,
what
man.
happens when you put grease on the wheel. That's what happens.
Yeah, I
Grease it
feel
up, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out Greasy Dave, dude. We love Greasy Dave.
yeah, I've been having to adjust
Dave
my
doesn't
plan
love greasy
so
Dave.
much. No, he does not.
He does not like the greasy Dave there. Well, I got actually next time we talk to him on one of these, I have three more potential nicknames for Dave that he might like. So we'll see.
Perfect. Well, no doubt he'll be on soon enough, eh?
Yeah, lots to talk about.
Probably. And then
Nice.
we'll
All
get off
right.
of the greasy Dave thing. See, the greasy Dave thing, I'm Italian, and it's like one of those things, it's like you can use certain words on your own ethnicity, right? Like I just made that word up. But watching my grandfather and his friends playing cards, they're dropping all types of racial slurs and calling themselves greasy guineas and stuff like that, and greasy Italians and stuff. So the greasy thing was a term of endearment, besides the fact, the referral to the actual Grease reference, where it came from. The Christopher Walken reading Grease, which was totally kind of spontaneous 5 minutes before the show, printing out those lyrics. But
I think it's
yeah, the
Coach.
Grease.
He's the grease that makes Splinterlands run smoothly.
He is, man, and we're seeing it. We're seeing boom. You put some grease in some old rusty chains, and it starts working. You're like, oh, that's how the wheels turn.
Yep.
Grease. Grease is the word, baby. God damn it. Where's the grease? We need more grease here. God damn it. Put it on my wheel. I need it.
I mean, he kind of leans. Maybe Dave doesn't like the greasy Dave. I had never thought about it as as
That's
as
derogatory.
he took it. I mean, he kind of leans into it, right? Like his favorite card is Rusty Android. It's a
Which
company
needs
that's
grease.
which
We
needs
obviously
grease.
need grease. Yeah, the
Yeah,
rusty android, some
Dave and
grease.
Rusty, man. Yep.
Bam. I never thought of it like that. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
He
We just
likes
need
being rusty. He
The
likes
Tin
being
Man needs some
rusty.
oil, dude. That's what it comes down to.
we need to like plant some of these ideas in Royal's head, so we can have like a Greasy Dave Rusty Android promo card.
Yeah, dude, kindred spirit with the Dave card and the Rusty Android.
Yeah.
Bam. There you go.
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
seeing some rusty android in some gameplay.
Watch that market, eh? They're gonna start disappearing quick.
Got to get
They
Dave that
might.
title, the Rusty Android.
Yep, one of one.
Yo, speaking of which, Keegs, are you still Keegs TBD? Did you land on are you gonna keep the TBD?
I'm tempted to keep the TBD. I'm
I
not
actually
rushed.
think that I mean that's the most unique title in the game, right? Like
Mhm.
even more so than if you were to choose it to be something.
Well, I mean, like it'll still be the similar like rarity, right? Like it's still gonna be like a one of one. I only think there's the Grandmaster, which Housewife has, and I think there was one other, but I don't think it ever got claimed. Um,
You
like
claim, how'd you get this one of one title thing?
one of the people leaving the game, I think Moriarty, he had a couple of them. So yeah, I was
Ah,
just looking at like upgrade. That was like my first big title was I was increasing one of my biggest SPS plot, and I was looking for a title, and it was yeah, Prime. I was like, sure, why not?
yeah.
I like a bit of collectibles from now every now and again.
Keeks, how does it feel to have I think more so than anybody else in the game, I see imposter Keeks uh as I mean
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
you are
scamming.
you are the guy, dude. Like maybe it's the beard. Maybe folks are putting on like a faux beard
Yeah.
and walking into tavern and feigning the
Uh,
Kiwi accent. I don't know, dude, but I mean
It's the Rick Loneman cool.
I think
Everyone
part
likes
of it
Rick Loneman.
is I have like a lot of the feedback in that channel, and it almost seems that he's targeting people that I've traded with in the past, because everybody has been somebody that I've dealt with previously. But that's why I recently changed my profile picture and my write up on my account. Hopefully that might spark some people like, hang on, maybe that's not the right Keegs. But yeah, that's I really just don't like that they're using me to try and actually and successfully scamming people out a decent bit of cards, really.
No,
That's
that fucking
bullshit.
sucks, man. Yeah.
I think
I
like
mean,
one of
it
the
just
That's
speaks to getting. I think I heard somebody talking about trying to set up the trade hub third party style
oh, we need that
on
so
the
bad, man.
interim.
like an escrow account thing. I think it was
Exactly.
like escrow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wax has had it for literally like 6 or 7 years at this point, where you just literally I look at your collection, say, "Ooh, hey,
Yes,
I'm going to
please.
select your Lord of Darkness. I'm going to offer you an Elemental Phoenix in exchange, and I'm going to hit send. Boom! It's in a smart contract, and if you accept, trade happens. No middleman. If
Yeah,
you decline,
removing the risk is
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
I think it's so
we're
good.
long overdue. Long
And like,
overdue for that. It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard.
and the team could even charge like a nominal DEC or SPS fee as well. And
You
I'm sure
charge
people
one
pay.
SP, one DEC or something, just
Yeah.
like burn one DEC to do it. You don't want to make it cost prohibitive,
No,
you
no.
know, and that was one of the things why wax was so successful. It was freaking cheap as heck. There was no like gas, it just kind of like Hive. There was no gas on the well, you needed to like Hive, you need to stake some wax for resource credits. But yeah, the whole point is to make it easy and affordable and safe.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, oh, it costs you $1 to make this trade, bro. Trade this 5 card cent for $1.
Yeah, it feels like an easy win. I mean, there are some really cool tools that are out there. Bam, I never know how to pronounce his name. Bamlocks.
I'm not
Uh, he set up the. It's super simple. So if you ever unstake SPS or unlock a card or start that process, you get a Discord notification. Like it's super easy, and it just gives you that peace of mind. And this is the next step is that risk-free middleman trade hub. Um,
Yeah, that's the thing, right? There's so many great, awesome things that we can do, but we also still are just limited dev time, and they're already pumping out so much at the moment. That's yeah, like half the reason I'm doing some of this DAO stuff is like, how can the community take some of this lifting off the team so they can actually just spend more time doing the magic?
yeah, well, we're working through a tremendous pipeline of overdue stuff, and
Mm.
I
Yeah.
yes, I think the trade hub is absolutely imperative. Would I prioritize that over things like a guild overhaul or a rewards revamp or a tournament rework? No, probably not. I would make the
I
same
would say,
prioritization decisions.
yeah. I think it would just depend on how much time we're talking. Because
Mm.
let's say, oh man, it's going to take 3 months to overhaul guilds, right? But it's going to take a week to do a trade hub. Would it be worth squeezing that in there, in front of the guild thing?
I
I'd
would do a
say
week.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
they say, oh,
maybe.
it's going to take 3 months to do the trade hub, then you say, all right, guilds are more important.
Well, like
It's
also,
all
could we put it out to a
no,
third party developer? The DAO has got some funds. Could the DAO fund this? Maybe the fee comes to the DAO. There's still a lot of
Maybe the
things.
DAO is the escrow account.
That sounds horrible for you multi-sig people. That
All
doesn't sound
yeah.
like a good idea.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
good call.
but like, it could be a DAO run service with like an account that doesn't need multi-sig to manage it.
Hmm.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I
Yeah,
think
I don't know. I mean I'm not gonna pretend I know how to spec out these sorts of projects, but if it's like what is the I would love to have a greater security system built in-house under splinterlands.com. Like I don't think that I should have to rely on as much as I like Bamlox's service, I don't think I should have to rely on that service to tell me your account is potentially being hacked. That should be banner spl.com type stuff. But in terms of specking all this stuff out, and we've heard a lot of the devs on the team talk about, it's spider web intricacies. Like you're touching X, and all of a sudden, the next plane over is getting all sorts of crazy ripple effects. Maybe it impacts land in some weird way. I think tech modernization modularized, if that's a word, a lot of that stuff and compartmentalized and therefore removed some of that ill side effect that is potentially unforeseen. But I don't know. I mean I'm happy with the current prioritization. We've talked about the Avatar project getting pumped out here before too long. I think Blaze dropped a little
be
bit of
awesome.
alpha in we did the inaugural kind of gameplay stream chat last night. Painforge is what Blaze is calling it. And
Oh damn, I missed that, dude. I was totally home too.
he
God
got
damn it.
well,
Where do we
it
find
was
out
bright
when
and
shit
early.
like that
It
happens?
it was bright and
What
early,
time
man.
was it?
It was
Oh,
9
last
p.m. my
night.
time. So your ass was probably just getting to bed, Jimmy. It was like 6 a.m. your
What
time.
Oh yeah, I was sleeping.
Yeah,
I was definitely sleeping at 6 a.m.
but
Yeah.
I think it's the first of many. I think that's just the the guinea pig
And you can
sesh. But
rewatch it
Yeah.
as well, right?
and you can rewatch it. Yeah. But Blaze mentioned that potentially the Avatar stuff is dropping before end of year also. So I mean,
Yeah.
and I told Blaze like I would love to see, we talk about it pretty much every episode. The amount of stuff that has come in the last, call it 9 months. Like
Yeah.
those weekly release notes are just, it's an encyclopedia, man. Like holy shit. You've got
Every
to
single one.
scroll like multiple wheels on the mouse to get through each week. And when you're looking back at the conglomerate of the last 9 months of development and stuff that's moved into production, and it's not like small petty stuff. We're in a
No,
completely different
it's
world.
it's big stuff. And huge shout out to Gator, man. He's like the unsung rock star of all this stuff, man. The more you find out about behind the scenes, and the more you realize how much he is like responsible for and how much ass he's kicking, it's almost unbelievable. Almost unbelievable. That guy's a freaking rock star. He's a beast.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Gator, the Harry Bucket.
Bam.
The
Man,
Harry
Harry
Bucket.
Bucket. We need that card, man. That graphic was still too funny to not use.
Yo, I got a message from I want to shout out Hep. Uh for those of
No
you that
way. Is
have
he
reached
back?
out and asked where Hep is and how Hep is doing. Got a message from him. He's all good. Starting to dip his toes back into Splinterlands, and he made a funny comment that I think you'll appreciate, Jimmy. You're a film guy. Um, Said he felt like, let's see here. Splinterlands is so different. I feel like Carlito from Carlito's Way. A lot of dances I don't know how to dance anymore.
I
But
thought it was going to be
yeah.
a Dune quote. I thought it was going to be a Dune quote.
He knows I still
Yeah.
haven't read Dune.
Well, they're
I actually
doing a lot of
watched the
changes.
movie on a flight not too long ago. Like the recent
The
Dune
new one?
movies, they were actually really good. I was kind of surprised because the old one is with Sting. It's freaking hard to watch. It's brutal. It's hard to watch. It was a long
So
time ago,
I recently rewatched the old one, and it was tough compared to the new ones. I'm
right? Yeah,
surprised that there's enough fan, desire to do the new ones.
yeah. The new ones were cool. I was surprised. It's like, all right, man. They brought a whole new element, made it a lot more exciting,
Yeah,
and yeah, it
good
was
tech.
Did you
very
did you
entertaining. I
watch
still
both of
haven't
them?
read it. Yes,
I
I did
I
on the
I,
same
I
flight.
watched the first one on the same flight. Was this the cross
Yeah,
Atlantic
that was
big boy?
that was the cross Atlantic. Yep,
Yeah, nice.
yep. Just watching Dune, taking some Valium, having some whiskeys, watching some Dune, baby. Woo!
Taking some Valium. Nice, Jimmy.
Right. You got it just a little bit to kick in the booze better on those flights, man. Then you just
Get
get, then
greasy.
it's like
Get
you
greasy,
get
baby.
greasy and relax instead of being all uncomfortable. You're like, oh wow, my back feels great.
Yo, did my
This
seat
is
get
amazing.
bigger?
It did. Plus, international flights have free booze, man.
Mm. I used to smash those on those big trips.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
That's the way to
Yeah.
do it. I got
And then
I
watch
was
some
actually
Dune.
talking to one of our clients yesterday, and he's been a long time customer, and pretty friendly relationship with between him and the business. And he and his family just went to Vietnam, and talking about the airports and traveling back to Taiwan. And many years ago, my first stint to Vietnam, I have never flown first class in my life. Back in my party days, I was out, met up with some buddies in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, and had an early flight the next day back to Taiwan. I was smart enough to stumble into the front office on my way back to getting into my room and ask for a wake up call. I had a flight at, like 6:30 in the morning. They're like
Give
pounding
me
out
a
the
wake up
door.
call. I want a wake
Exactly.
up call to tomorrow. It's 6:30. 6:30. Thank you. Wake up call.
They're pounding on my door at 6 a.m. I get rushed to the airport. The flight, the airline had given away my seat, assuming I wasn't
No.
coming. So they upgraded me to first class. Uh,
No way.
I remember receiving a glass of champagne and then waking up in Taiwan.
Didn't even get to use it.
I didn't get to enjoy it. Yeah, man.
Maybe that comfy seat's all that you need.
I guess that is the perk of first class, though, right? Like a good snooze.
Yep, champagne slippers and a nice comfy seat.
Right. I've only had that with just being like late and getting kind of like rushed onto the plane. Never.
Yeah, don't take that advice as insight
Yeah.
as how to acquire a free upgrade to first class.
Yeah,
That was
nowadays
luck.
they're like, "Oh, you weren't here. Screw you, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry. Gave away your ticket. Yeah, sorry,
it's gonna
buddy."
cost you $500 to cancellation fee, and yeah,
And then you got to buy a new ticket.
yeah.
Yeah.
One other thing that we chatted about on the 150 was people, I think it was Gathering was keen for like more like just internal stats. And Dave said if we got him like a spec sheet or like a list of all the different stats that we'd love to see, that he'd try to make it happen. So I reckon somebody should try and run with that, start collecting, what we want, a demands list, make a demands list for poor Gator to put together for us.
Poor Gator. We love you, Gator. Sorry in advance, Gator.
Yeah. Gator and Beaker are the two that like, like I feel sorry about giving you work, but also you guys do good work, so please do it.
Yeah,
I
dude.
demand satisfaction. That's from Caddyshack for anyone who's old enough to remember.
Schmales?
I
Is that
demand
Schmales?
satisfaction. Yep, that smells. I
I need to
demand
revisit that one.
satisfaction. Oh, it is the best comedy ever filmed. I'm convinced. Still convinced. And
Yeah,
largely
that
improvised.
that was definitely my introduction to Rodney Dangerfield. That jeez. Some
Oh
classic
man.
one-liners in there.
And that was his introduction to cinema. That was his first movie, man. That was his breakout from stand-up comedy.
Oh, I didn't realize that. All right.
Oh yeah, there's the story was his first scene. It was the scene where he's in the pro shop. Oh, I want
Bullet.
six of these. Give me six of those orange
Yeah.
balls. I'll take a box of those
Oh,
naked
look at
ladies,
that.
please.
It looks like
Uh,
they should serve you a bowl of soup with that hat.
yeah, it's
But
the worst looking
it
hat
looks
I've
good
ever
on you,
seen.
though.
Exactly. Oh, looks good on you though. And so that was his first scene, and that was the first time he had not done stand-up comedy. And he's sitting there and he's sweating and he's doing his thing. And, he gets off they stop the scene and he goes to his buddy. He's like, oh man, he's like, I fucking bombed. I bombed. That was terrible. And he's like, what do you mean? That was great. He's like, yeah, no one's laughing. He's like, it's a movie set. We can't laugh. He was used to the stand-up comedy club where everyone's laughing at his stuff. So, he gets on the movie set and everyone's dead silent. He's like, oh man, I'm fucking sucking here.
True.
Whereas he
Well,
was
that
by
that
far
that
the funniest guy.
that makes total sense when I think about that scene because he is like he's very
He's sweating.
amplified in his
He's,
his
yeah.
mannerisms, like his hands. He looks nervous. Like
He was, yeah.
but that played to his cat. Yeah, what a scene, man.
Oh yeah, it's the worst looking hat I've ever seen. Oh, it looks good on you though,
and,
with the
and
double
then that big
chin.
face that he makes, yes.
Yeah, oh, it's just genius, genius. So that
So
movie,
good.
they had a script for that movie, man. It was mostly about Danny the caddy and like more focused on him. And then once Harold Ramis realized that, or Ivan Reitman, I forget who was calling the shots on that. But as
It
soon as
was
he
it,
realized
was
how
a
good,
Harold Ramis film. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and Ivan Reitman was also involved. But Harold Ramis directed? Ivan Reitman did something in there.
Harold
I
Ramis
think so.
directed. Yeah,
Yeah,
wrote and
but yeah, once
directed.
he realized how good the cast was, he just let them improvise most of these scenes. Like if you see an outtake of some of the scenes, they're similar but very different. Like there's some outtakes you could see of the Chevy Chase Bill Murray scene. Where he's playing at night and hits the ball into Bill Murray's little garage living area, and they improvise the whole scene. There's like two or three outtakes where you're like, oh, those weren't that funny. Okay, that one nailed it. And he was just genius enough to realize he literally ditched the script and basically rewrote the whole damn thing on the spot to accommodate the crew that he had, the cast.
That's awesome.
and took advantage of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the who's who of 80s comedy. Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield,
Ted Knight,
Ted
Ted
Knight.
Knight. Yeah. Yeah. There's, yeah. Best comedy ever. That still gets my vote.
I did always enjoy Chevy Chase in Community. That was always pretty good.
I don't know if I,
Community. I've never seen
is that a
this. What
show?
is this?
The TV show, yeah. Um, oh, what's his name?
Community.
Ralph Macchio.
I'm not super good with famous people and their names. Hang on. Is that a singer?
Oh, I just looked at Joel McHale, Ken Jong, Dr. Ken.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dr. Ken. Yeah,
Childish Gambino. Oh man,
that's the
there's a lot of
one.
people in here.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. I
Gary Busey, I think. No, I'm just making that up. I don't know if
John Oliver.
Oh, no way.
yeah, he's
He's
in
a
there.
funny bastard.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's pretty good.
He's a funny bastard. Did you see the
Donald Glover,
giant
that's the one.
LBJ balls that he did recently?
the giant what balls?
LBJ
FDJ,
balls?
LBJ. No.
LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. They
Uh-uh.
found some quote like they were going through the archives, like literally, archive recordings of all the presidents and stuff. And they found this quote of LBJ literally talking to a tailor about his balls, about like how he had to make the underwear a little bigger because they're too stuffy and they get all jammed up in the area around the balls. Like it's a quote. It's brilliant. So they quoted him on the John Oliver show. What's that HBO show he does? Last week tonight. And they made a giant um, like 8 foot tall set of golden LBJ balls that they were using as a prop.
Yeah, I just Googled it, and the top hit is a Reddit article that says today I learned President LBJ called his Big Johnson jumbo and would frequently show it to journalists. What the fuck?
What? Get out of here. That can't be true. That can't be true. Where is that coming from?
This it's on Reddit, man. It's just crazy, crazy Redditors,
That
dude.
can't be true. That would have been a scandal. That would have been a scandal back then. Today might be commonplace, but back then it would have been a scandal.
I
I'm
feel
pretty
it's
sure.
the other way around, right? Now everybody's so sensitive.
Oh, you could get away with
No, it's the
everything back in the
opposite.
day.
No, it's the opposite, man. And I don't think whipping it out to journalists, that wouldn't fly. But yeah, you couldn't make like blazing saddles these days.
I know some
Can
of
you
the
add a
jokes I know
picture?
party the hardest.
Ooh, I took a
Oh,
screenshot by accident here. I was trying to load a picture into chat. I don't think I can.
Share your
Can you put a
screen, Jimmy.
picture in here? Okay, let me see. Share. Okay, I got to pull it up first. Let me do that. Do do do. And then come back here and share. Let's see. Boo doo doo doo. For those just listening, we're looking for giant LBJ balls on my screen. Fun stuff. Screen share. Oh, there we go. Let's see.
Oh, I did see
oh,
that. I
there
did
we
not
go.
know. For some reason, I just thought that that was the bull on Wall Street.
That would actually be funnier to if some vigilante guys just took down the bull and replaced it with that. That would be pretty.
Dude, yeah, I did not realize.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh man, where's the quote too? I'll find the quote. I'll fill you in later. It's actually brilliant. But
Oh,
fun times. That would be a great Splinterlands card. Kind of looks like the Halo, legendary Halo that we have now. Almost.
Legendary Halo. I have no idea.
The new
think Jim,
Halo reward card. Looks like the giant balls, sort of.
I really need to
That's
go have a look at all these reward cards. Maybe that's. I've still got to sort out. I'm chasing a few cards from the old set still. I still need some of the
Yeah,
Rebellion
I still got to
legendaries.
do some trading. I got to unlock from some other accounts and trade while the unlock fee is still low.
Yeah, that's on my list for this week is get that sorted out.
What do you need?
Yeah.
Oh, a surprising amount of legendaries. I didn't think it was that bad until I started totaling
I
them
got a
all up.
bunch of. I haven't merged. I think I
Yeah,
got a decent
I think
chunk of
I think I've
spare
got.
legendary
Yeah, I
if
think
you
I
need
got
them.
what I need. I think I know where to get what I need. But I was just surprised at how many I needed. Just some I just pulled terribly. Some I had like 3 CC of or 4 CC of.
So I Death Ranger. That was one of the first cards that I said I wanted. It was the only one. I ended up buying the last. I think it might have been two BCX from Vugtis probably 5 months ago because I was sick of taking the gamble on the draw. And throughout the remaining stretch of Rebellion reward cards, I didn't pull a single BCX.
Yeah.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
man.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
like, it's just so spread out. I'd love to see something like those kind of like pity counters or whatever where you like stop pulling the ones that you have multiples of.
Yeah, there's got to be something because I mean, I think right now we have proven that it doesn't balance out. It simply does not, man. Like,
Well, I
God,
guess
I
there's
have literally so many extra copies of Legendary Gold foils, Chaos Legion rewards. I've got so many extra like Kulu Masterminds. Great. Someone would trade me in a second for their extra Izzyar if we could do it and
yeah.
not cost $125
Well, the
to
scroll,
unlock.
the scrolls,
Uh,
man. The scrolls
but
change
no, they
No,
don't
everything,
work.
right?
they're only for this new set.
It's only for the
Oh,
new
right.
set, man. That is
Yeah.
is
But
locked, man.
but the
But
scrolls
it
are
was
a good
yeah,
upgrade.
yeah. Scrolls are definitely a good thing to see if we're gonna have Soulbound stuck in our asses. Might as well be able to unbind some with scrolls. I do like that,
I
and it
wonder
makes
how
people
much
feel like the good win.
I've actually been getting of them.
But yeah, I still can't get Tatiana Blades. Like I'm counting up my extra gold, Gladiator legendaries, literally dozens of extras, and I still have not been able to max the Tatiana Blade. You know,
That's
it's
so
just
annoying.
the
It's so
RNG
frustrating.
does not it doesn't balance out. Like it might across the entire game system, but it really doesn't on an account to
Not for
account
Jimmy.
basis. We've seen too many people just not be able to get certain cards and get tons of extras of others. And
Yeah.
that creates a very frustrating experience.
I guess it's not so
You know,
bad if you use them for the survival mode.
Yeah, that might be
yeah, I
true.
still don't have like I basically gave up on gold foil because I couldn't get an Izzyar, and you try doing a tournament without an Izzyar and see how you do. Right? It's like you can have all these other great cards, and then you come up against that, and it's like, yep, good
I
luck.
leveled up one of my accounts, like a whole bunch of my gold foils life cards because I got a level 3 Izzy. I was like, okay, well I've got this now, so let's get the supporting cast for it. I got the upgraded my Grandmaster Wraith to a gold foil as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
it
move
was such a
everything
strong
to that
card.
account. That's your new main account just because you
Ah,
got that card in there.
nah, I managed to get the gold foil on the main as well. But yeah, basically it was a gold foil brawler account, and then when I got that, it's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna invest more in it.
Yep.
Now it's become
Get off my lawn.
secondary brawl account. Not brawl, tournament account. Yeah. Tournaments are pretty good, but yeah,
Fun. It's been fun playing them again.
yeah.
It's definitely fun getting back into it.
So
I
when
really
when
need
I when I come up against your account, Jimmy, I'm playing you in tourneys.
Depends on what level it is. Depends on what level. I'm mostly doing silver now. I think I did a gold or two recently. If my dude forgot or it's getting super close, I'm like, ooh, better enter some of those. But he's doing the maxed stuff at the moment.
Nice.
those next tournaments are pretty good. A
I'm
lot of
still doing
people.
some manual wild. He's doing manual wild and manual modern. I don't play modern at all just because I'm not caught up, man. Like I didn't keep up, with all the abilities and bloodlines and all this stuff. So my brain is not thinking in modern. uh, you know, rule sets and stuff and abilities. Just not there.
As it's just a whole different meta as well, right? Like modern's super quick and aggressive, and you need all the
Yeah.
bloodlines and the weapons trainings and all the non-attack units.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no
Exactly.
idea. I'd get pretty smoked. I'm keen for like more wild ghost tournaments. Um, I'm so super keen to play with all the cards and see who's really the best.
They're so
Yeah, speaking
fun.
of which, we need to get that TPG 150th tournament up and
Mm.
up and operating.
Yeah. Are we going to
You
do that
guys
with
think
ghost cards?
Wild? Yeah, I think we should.
Wild ghost cards? Every
I've
card in the game that'd be
I've
pretty damn cool.
I've never asked for you have to have access to set up a ghost card tournament, right?
I think you just have
I
to
think
access
I
to set
think
up
you
any
might know a
tournament.
guy. You might know a guy.
I'll put in the request and see if we can make it happen. But you guys reckon ghost card wild
That would be
tournament is the way to go?
that for 150? For 150,
Ghost
hell yeah, every card
ghost
in the
card
game.
anything.
Dude, you know what I would love to see? This just popped in my head. So a ghost card wild tournament with set based rule sets. This rule set is alpha untamed only. This rule set is CA
Ooh.
untamed only.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you
That
can do that like the way you do the splinters. You roll the dice, so you
Yeah,
get it's Earth
exactly.
and
And
Life, but it's Alpha
when
and
it's a ghost card tournament, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everybody's got access.
dude, that's a good
I
idea.
like
I like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's very cool.
Because one of the main
that's a good
things, I occasionally shake a good one out of the brain bush. I'm glad you guys like that one. I'll ask
That's
if
a
we could
very
do
good
that
idea
one.
there, Mitch.
Well, because like
I
we
like that
kind of
idea.
already do it. We've got like each month, I think there's like the series or whatever where it's like a certain combination.
Attorneys?
It's yeah. Like I think it's Alpha and Rebellion at the moment. Yeah, it looks like Alpha and Rebellion, but like
I
if
think
we
that's
could do
credit
that
to
like
Jimmy.
on a per tournament basis, that'd be amazing.
I'll ask.
Yeah.
Because I actually really like that idea.
That would be really cool. And I could see that as, yeah, something that we do regularly. That would be a good like community, like, not just like a sit and go, but a live, bracketed tournament thing that you do once every quarter or something, once every 3 months.
I just want to see that
And
often. Like that's I've got a bit of something in the works for that. I'm gonna share it with the Team Possible crew for next week. But I'm real
Is it one of the what time is the call next week? I don't know if it's the week that I can make it or not.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
the
nighttime.
evening. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
had the
I can
morning
make the
last time.
nighttime ones.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll try my best to be there.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys like that. I feel like that's a cool
That's a
idea.
really cool idea because it rotates and you don't know what you're going to do.
But
Just
there's
like the
no two games
rotating.
the same, right? Which is amazing.
Hmm.
When
Yeah, you
it
never know
forces
what
the
you're gonna get.
variation in wild when there's certain folks that this I see this mana cap, I see this rule set, the play is 100%
Yeah.
Alric, Ruler of the Seas, Phantom of the Abyss, Oceanus, Spirit Miner.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks, especially as we get newer and newer players, that older meta is just lost on folks. And the sheer volume of cards that pop up with, especially if you're choosing something like Lorcus and your your battle your team selection page is now, you know, 30 rows deep of fire and death cards. You're paralyzed by choice. Like there's just way too much going on.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to have a grasp on what you're looking for. You have to
Yeah.
be like, you're not browsing, you're looking for certain cards to utilize.
When I've done
That's
the ghost card tournaments in the past, I've often been like, there'll be some cards that I know I want this. And then half the time I'm just like looking for different effects. Like, like, if it's enraged, who's got slow or quicken? Is it quicken? I don't even know what it's called.
Swiftness.
Swiftness, that's the one. But and yeah, stuff like that. So it's just like, oh, search for effects. Some cards I knew, yeah, great, let's use that. But yeah, I think something like that, it really will show who is good at like improvising or knowing all the cards, right? It's like, okay, these two random sets, like not like you said, normally it'll be like this play, but when you're missing half those pieces, how do you scramble that
Mhm.
together?
All right, gentlemen, let's wrap it up.
Well, I
Uh,
want to say thank you for coming. I had a very good time, very much.
Keegsy, any final words for you, man?
Yeah, nah, good to chat. Looking forward to more.
Are we
Um,
seeing episode 2 of Under the Hood anytime soon? What's happening?
in the near future, now I'm back. Like I only got back a couple of days ago, but I'm lining it up. I've ordered myself a mic. I did that
Oh,
not long before this call, so hopefully that'll be here early next week. And yeah, hopefully I've got some plans for who I want to get on next. So I just have to lock in some dates and times, and hopefully soon.
awesome.
Incoming.
Sweet. All right.
Damn.
Bam. Bam indeed.
What
Damn.
All
about
right,
Jimmy's
gentlemen.
show? When's Jimmy giving us his
Yeah, when's
show?
Jimmy's show? That's a great
I don't
question,
know.
Right
Keegs.
after this
When's
pod.
Jimmy's show?
That's why I want to be on one of these battle things so I can see how it all works. I don't know how to do all the behind the scenes stuff. It's like all this newfangled digital magic that I have no clue how to
Hey, you're
work.
using all these old words today, man. Newfangled.
I mean, we were
Newfangled.
talking about Battle
Streetcar named
Royale.
Desire.
Well, it's because the Stella. That's because your hot girlfriend named Stella. You want to rip your shirt off and go Stella. Yeah, just look at the Simpsons spoof of that scene and you'll know what I mean. It's like this famous scene in theater. I think it was Marlon Brando did it on Broadway originally, where he just rips his shirt
Oh
off and
shit.
yeah, yells
Okay.
in a drunken rage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Marlon Brando was the original character who did that.
Hmm. No, I'll have to look it up. What
So
were
you
you
got to
saying,
stand
Keegs?
outside her window. Yeah,
The Battle Royale. We were talking about doing more Battle Royale, so maybe that's the perfect time for Jimmy to learn.
yeah,
Yeah.
hell
All
yeah.
right.
Then I
Let's
could just
get
do it and
that
then just
in.
jump on and start doing. Man, but yeah, no, shit's been crazy here, man. I'm working like nonstop, just trying to stay on top of everything, keep up with everything, catch up with everything. God forbid, get ahead a little bit. That'd be amazing.
Wild.
It's crazy. Shit's crazy right now, man. I don't know if you guys noticed, but shit is crazy right now.
I'm on the big catch up at the moment. As you know, I was on the road for 3 or 4 weeks, so now it's nice to actually be home and figuring out what the fuck and where I've left everything and yeah,
But you're off the grid, baby. You're down with OTG.
back in the bush.
Back in the bush. Nice.
That has different connotations to it that I won't
Yeah,
mention
take
on
take that, dude.
because
That's the name
children
of the
might be
episode.
listening.
That's the name of the episode.
We're talking about George Bush or Jeb Bush wins the presidency in the next election. Then we're back in the bush, baby. That's what I
Uh,
meant. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
Right.
oh, my mind is jumping to that Simpsons scene, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely that feels like me. Sometimes I am just like I'm just gonna
Back away. Yeah.
yeah, back into the bush.
Homer in the background there.
All right, gentlemen. Fun as always. Stay tuned for the 150th TPG tournament. We got some cool shit to give away still. I guess Battle Royale. We should talk about teeing one of those suckers up and maybe that's actually the first episode of road tripping with Jimmy. We let Jimmy
We do a battle
take the
royale.
reins. Yeah.
That would be awesome with like 8 other streamers just giving me shit the whole time, telling me how to do it. I'm down.
Trying to pull the fat Jimmy, dude. Still
That's
there's
right.
only one of them. Yeah.
That's right. There's only one. I think there can only be two, right? Isn't that the thing? That's the rule of two,
There's two
which
Keegs
is
at the moment.
wrong.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back hopefully next week. Guests are TBD, but with all that's cooking, we're winding down the year here. Thanksgiving's coming up for you Yanks, us Yanks. yeah, try and get another episode or two in on the books before then. But in the meantime, hopefully you enjoyed the show. You've been listening to
The People's Guild.
Stella.
The
funk